Everyone, thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit the like button. There is an update regarding Ned Nwoko's assassination. If we could recall, a few days ago I had posted a video where Ned Nwoko had to hold a conference meeting in Abuja alongside with his wife Regina Daniels, saying that his life is under threat, that someone has said he was going to assassinate him, in which he also claimed that an inmate from the prison had revealed that to him when he overheard two other inmates discuss about Ned Nwoko's assassination. And when that other inmate realized that it was Ned Nwoko they were talking about, he had to notify Ned Nwoko and he was released. But unfortunately, 3 weeks after this inmate was released, he was killed. And these other two inmates mentioned a name of a businessman, an oil and gas businessman, whom Ned Nwoko claimed that he is the masterminder of his death. Right now, the man is speaking up, who goes by the name Gabriel Obechi. And this is what he has to say. I'm going to read it out for us to actually hear what Gabriel is saying regarding this assassination, which Ned Nwoko had mentioned few days ago. My attention has been drawn to several publications in the print and social media wherein Ned Nwoko alleged that a plan to assassinate him is being sponsored by me. I also refer to a recent press conference held by the same Ned Nwoko wherein he alleged that the prisoner who told him of the plan to assassinate him has mysteriously died. He also accused me of being responsible for the death of the alleged prisoner, who is his informant. I categorically state again that these allegations are completely false and a figment of Ned Nwoko's infertile imagination. I have not planned nor sponsored any plot to assassinate Ned Nwoko. I was reliably informed by my wife. This is what Ned Nwoko is now responding to, and that's what Gabriel, whom Ned Nwoko said that was the name of the man that those prisoners had mentioned that is after his own life. And this is what Gabriel had just explained. And also in a petition to the Commissioner of Police, FCT Command Abuja, which was dated back last year, 12th of November 2020, and titled Leaked Information on Dangerous Plan to Attack or Kill Me. This was Mr. Ned Nwoko who stated this. And this is what he wrote. I was reliably informed by my wife, Regina Daniels, who was also informed by one Wale Dana, that the suspects who were arrested and remanded at the Kuje Correctional Center in connection with the murder case in my village are plotting to cause me harm and possibly kill me. From the information made available to me, the evil plot is being sponsored by one Chief Gabriel Obechi. I came to this conclusion because, according to the report sent to my wife by Wale Jana, it said an inmate in the same room with the suspects at the correctional facility who pretended to be sleeping heard them plotting to harm me. From what he heard, the sponsor of the planned attack owns a filling station and is in the business of oil and gas and hails from a community around. As far as I know, the only person who fits that description is one Chief Gabriel Obechi. And also screenshots were also taken of the WhatsApp messages between Regina Daniels and the informant from the prison, where attached to this particular petition written by Ned Nwoko. Also, on the 4th of December 2020, Ned Nwoko had an audience with the Commissioner of Police FCT Command, where he read the stated petition and pointed out the fact that same was speculative with three lawyers of hearsay. The prisoner telling Wale Jana, who now came to tell Regina Daniels that Ned Nwoko detail of the alleged plot. Interestingly, the prisoner, who is Wale, never mentioned his name. This is what Mr. Gabriel is actually saying, and the conclusion that the only person who fit that description is one Chief Gabriel Uguchi is entirely that of Ned Nwoko. This is what Gabriel is also saying, and it has lingered. Also, he said that the moment he stepped out of the office of the FCT Police Commissioner, Ned Nwoko and his social media trolls went into frenzy that I have been arrested for plotting to assassinate Ned Nwoko. That was false. I never was any time arrested. I have it on good authority that in his bid to rub my name further in the mud, Ned Nwoko allegedly placed a frantic call to a member of staff of a popular television channel, asking him to carry the fake news of my arrest as breaking news. Abiding by the ethics of his profession, the gentleman refused despite being offered a blank check to propagate this evil on my person. This is still Chief Gabriel explaining and narrating everything that had transpired right from December up until now. I still continue with what he has been saying. He said, regardless, the FCT Police Command thoroughly investigated the case. They visited the prisons, interviewed the actors, and they were reached and the conclusion that the petition was spurious and frivolous. Suddenly, the Police Force Criminal Investigation Department in Abuja asked that the case be transferred to them. My lawyers wrote a petition to the Inspector General of Police on the 22nd of December 2020, requesting that his office take over the case to thoroughly investigate it. The IGP monitoring team invited Ned Nwoko for questioning. He was asked to produce the prisoner who told him and Regina Daniels of the plot to kill him. Ned Nwoko suddenly declared that the prisoner who told him and Regina Daniels of the plot is one O.C. Boyce, and that he was released from prison and died soon afterwards. How? When? Ned Nwoko had no answers to any of the questions. When the IGP monitoring unit asked him to provide details of the family of the alleged deceased, he declined. As soon as Ned Nwoko stepped out of the police office, his social media trolls went wild with the news that the prisoner who told him that they were out to kill him has died mysteriously and that I am being fingered as the likely suspect. The alleged prisoner named O.C. Boyce is known only to Ned Nwoko and Regina Daniels. At his press conference, Ned Nwoko mentioned that he knows the prisoner's family and also provided explicit details of O.C. Boyce's sojourn in prison. This leads me to believe that he had a pre-existing relationship with him. Only Ned Nwoko knows the cause of death, and he is the only one in the position to explain why the person known only to him and his wife suddenly passed away. The name O.C. Boyce, the now allegedly deceased prisoner, was only mentioned for the first time by Ned Nwoko at the IGP's office when he was asked to substantiate his allegation, and as at this time, O.C. Boyce was already deceased. according to Ned Nwoko. How can someone be responsible for the death of someone whose name was only mentioned after he was dead and whose identity Ned Nwoko still refuses to disclose to the police? Frankly, the truth of Ned Nwoko's allegations is that they are all a work of fiction, a poor movie script that has reached its end. Also, Ned Nwoko in his petition stated that the prisoner shared the same room at Kuje Correctional Facility with two boys from Idumuje, Iboko. This puts the location of the alleged plot squarely at Kuje Correctional Facility. Quite to the contrary, the two prisoners from Idumuje Iboko who are in prison on account of Ned Nwoko are not in Kuje Correctional Facility. They are in fact held at Suleja Correctional Facility, 52 kilometers away from Kuje Correctional Facility. They were arraigned on the 26th of August 2020 and the judge ordered that they be remanded in Kuje Correctional Facility. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, they were remanded to Suleja Correctional Facility since the 26th of August 2020 and have remained there till date. There are the people that Ned Nwoko, in his hallucinatory state, accuses of conspiracy to assassinate him and who are allegedly being sponsored by an oil magnate. He still continues and he really has a lot to say. Friends, there are a whole lot that he has actually said here. But in conclusion, not going any further, Gabriel is now debunking what Ned Nwoko has actually come out to say. And what he's now concluding, what Mr. Gabriel is now concluding, is that his lawyers have written to Ned Nwoko demanding a retraction, apology, and payment of damages for all the spurious statements and publications that was made by Ned Nwoko, that very soon he will have his day in court. And Mr. Gabriel said that he would continue to take legal steps to protect his hard-earned reputation and integrity. And Ned Nwoko is not above the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This as the conclusion. So though he had a lot to say, which I won't be able to read it all out for you so as not to keep you so long here. But notwithstanding, the summary of it all is Mr. Gabriel, who was accused by Ned Nwoko of assassination, is saying that is not true, that these are just mere imagination and speculations from Ned Nwoko, and he is going to fight it till the end so as to clear his own name and his own reputation. However, guys, what do you all think regarding this? Because Ned Nwoko held a conference in Abuja last week regarding this particular assassination, which he claimed that Mr. Gabriel is trying to assassinate him. And he also mentioned the prisoners and the one that was released who he said mysteriously died. What do you all think about this now regarding Mr. Gabriel Obechi, who was the person in question that Ned Nwoko said whoever the prisoners had mentioned fit the description of Gabriel Obechi, and that's why Mr. Gabriel is out right now trying to clear the air and also clear his own name. Would Ned Nwoko just plan this, just to say this to destroy his reputation, that is that of Gabriel's reputation, or is it really true and Gabriel is not the person in question, it's somebody else? Or could it be that Gabriel knows something he doesn't want to say anything? Or could it be that Gabriel is totally innocent and maybe Ned Nwoko's life was threatened by a neutral person entirely? You know, sometimes it could be that someone else may be plotting something against you, but someone will give a description that would fit a different person, and then you now channel all your attention to the wrong person. Who knows, maybe because this thing is looking very complicated and complex, for two men like this who would come out openly in public to say issues like this, it means that they are not joking or playing around. And owing to the fact that Ned Nwoko held a huge conference in Abuja last week, and then he mentioned it openly about his life in danger, about the assassination. Would he just decide to organize a conference to tarnish Mr. Gabriel Ogechi's name? Or what do you think is happening here? It's kind of dicey right now because these are two matured, prominent, rich men who can always have their way with either whatever they come up with. But notwithstanding, right now his reputations are at stake, and Mr. Gabriel is out to clear the air and to ensure that he fights till the end. That's what he's saying. He would use his lawyers to ensure that all of this is cleared for him to keep his own dignity and honor that is his own now. But however, no one can draw any conclusions regarding issues like this. Ned Nwoko has his own to say. Mr. Gabriel also has his own to say. So who do you believe now? That is the question. Will prominent rich men come out like this to tarnish each other's image deliberately, or is it just an open fight? They needed to come out to make a fight amongst themselves and they needed something to fight over? Could that be the reason why they are both out to say things like this in public? Because if it's something that is a child's play, they wouldn't come out to the public to make a public announcement, even hold conference like Ned Nwoko. And also, Mr. Gabriel is even going further to get his lawyers and even meet up with the IGP, whom he claimed he went alongside with Ned Nwoko, and Ned Nwoko was unable to provide the prisoner whom he claimed informed him and his wife Regina Daniels of the assassination, and also he claimed that the man mysteriously died. So what are we holding on to right now? Are we holding on to the fact that Ned Nwoko's life was actually threatened, that he's going to be assassinated? Or are we holding on to the fact that it's all mere speculations? Or is Mr. Gabriel innocent, or is he guilty of this particular accusation? However, since the IGP is already involved in this, lawyers are also involved. I'm sure they will get to the root of this so that this whole thing will come to an end, because these are men that are after their own reputation, to keep their reputation intact. I'm sure none of them want their names to be dragged into the mud for something that is not right or that is unheard of. I'm sure they wouldn't want that for themselves or for their family. So they would go to any extent to ensure that this whole thing is cleared. But I pray that in the course of trying to ensure that everybody will stand and fight for himself, let no blood be shed. Let there be no attack in any form, because issues like this, that is what ends up with something like this. At the end, you would find out that either of them would be assassinated, or either of them would engage in a fight, and a whole lot would just happen, that one person may end up losing his or her life. So it's better they all come out. I think the major thing is, if there is a way, which I know it's not possible, to sit them down and find out what the real problem is. Probably there's something that has been going on between Ned Nwoko and Mr. Gabriel, whom they've not maybe related to anybody. They both of them know what's happening, or the real cause of their quarrels. Best known to them. I am just saying, it could be speculations too, that these people may be having other issues in the past and they are now trying to use certain things to bring themselves out on the public. Anything can be possible in cases like this. Well, I just pray that no one gets hurt and no one gets killed in the process of things like this. Let them not come out to now want to face themselves in a bloody way. Well, since the IGP is involved and further investigations are being carried right now to find out if these assassination plots are true, I guess they will still have to go down to the prison to meet up with those other two prisoners that are still alive. I'm sure they'll use all means possible to get the truth out of this whole issue. It's kind of complicated and it's kind of scary at the same time. When life is involved, that's what makes it more scary. However it turns out to be, friends, I'll definitely keep us updated. Please, and if you have anything to say, you can put that down at the comment section. Friends, thank you for coming up. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Friends, I'm here today to talk about how to start up a new YouTube channel. So for those that are looking to start up a new YouTube channel, probably you've been trying to figure out how to go about it, or you have been trying to see what it entails or what you need to start. That's why I'm here today, to give you the easy way for you to get this done. Not just the easy, but the best method, and also to give you or to talk about the best teacher who will give you all that is required for you to start up your own YouTube channel. This is a teacher. He is really successful with his YouTube, and he has been a teacher for so long now. Teacher is Matt Pa. He's going to give you a step-by-step method on how to start up your own YouTube channel. No stone unturned. Every step of the way, he's going to lead you through it. You have links that you can actually reach out to him and communicate with him directly. That's Matt Pa there. You can see the huge successes he has made in YouTube. You can see his silver, you can see the gold, you can also see his revenue that he's actually making on YouTube, which is very huge. He is going to give you a YouTube step-by-step tube mastery class, every step of the way, from the beginning of the opening of the channel to how you can start up and put up your videos. He is leaving no stone unturned, like I said. So for those that are seeking for how to start up their own YouTube channel, this is the easiest and the fastest way for you to have access to this particular teacher who is honest and straightforward, and you will enjoy every bit of the class and you will have lots of gain. At the end of your class, you will have lots to hold on to and to start up your own YouTube channel. It's going to be like an ABC class, starting from the scratch. So please, for those of you that are interested in starting up your own YouTube channel, Matt Pa, he is the teacher, and you will have direct access to him. I'm dropping the link below, so please, you just click on that link and you will have access to Matt Pa's class. He is going to give you the whole content of YouTube and all that it takes for you to be successful in YouTube, and how to start YouTube from the scratch. Like I said, and I'm going to repeat, he's leaving no stone unturned. And it's so interesting that if you have any kind of complaint, no matter the time you have this complaint or you are confused about anything, you can communicate directly to him and he will give you a response as soon as he gets your question, or as soon as he gets your mail or anything you're trying to confirm from him. He is quick at responding and he will give you the right answers. And even if you go elsewhere to search, you find out that what he is saying is actually true. He wouldn't mislead you. So please, for those of you that want to start your own YouTube channel from the scratch and see how you can be successful on YouTube, please go to this link, click on the link below, so you'll have access to the teacher. That's the teacher there you can see and see his success. You can go through that and then you click on the link so that you can have direct access to Matpa himself. This teacher, you will enjoy and enjoy every bit of the classes that he's going to give to you. So friends, do not forget to click the link below so you have access to Matpa's Tube Mastery class, and he will give you the best teaching for YouTube you would really need to start your own channel. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please, for those that have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you once again, and God bless you all.